You know anything about the NBA draft? Because you're outside of Houston. We know the Houston Texans are a lot better than they're supposed to be, right?
Yeah,
Definitely.
absolutely.
Houston Texans are supposed to be crap.
Yeah. And now they're like way better than the Colts.
It's special. I'll get like emotional talking about it. I've loved that football team for so long, and we're real good now. I mean, we're going to talk some
You're
shit.
allowed to get emotional. Okay.
We're about to talk some shit.
Okay.
You guys were an expansion franchise. What do you got for so long?
Yeah.
we got.
game.
Wait, that's a lot. That's 2/3 of my life. But it's and we didn't have one when I was a kid, So we finally got a team, and then for 20 years we were all right at times, but now it's special.
Yeah, but then you guys got worse than any building in the history of professional sports. It was an actual fire. It was a dumpster fire.
It was
You
bad.
had an FCA GM. Right, remember that? You had a quarterback that was really good, but wanted the hell out of town. Now that was before everything that.
I think that may have been why I wanted out of town.
One in the city.
I think he probably knew that was coming before we did.
Probably.
Well, okay. Anyways, he wanted out of there, and then it all kind of went to shit. It was getting very public. Then you get a rookie head coach. Okay, we love D'Amico's energy. Love D'Amico's energy.
He's the secret sauce, dude.
Yeah.
I think getting him and CJ at the same time is that's a God thing. I mean, that's bigger than I don't know.
God.
That's
Divine
such a
intervention.
Texas answer right there.
That's what they're. That is the message down in Houston.
Oh, yeah.
God bless this team.
God bless this team.
When he walked in today, everyone's like, "How you doing, Parker?" I'm just blessed. Just blessed.
I am
to be
blessed,
here.
man. I'm blessed to be here.
No, we're blessed that you blessed us.
Yeah.
Didn't he not?
Blessed us.
You blessed us.
I'm glad.
What's on your feet right now, huh?
Boom!
Whoa!
Feet right now, huh?
Yo, show them off. Show them off.
are
Show them
those?
off.
What are these? These are the Parker 1000s.
Dems are some boots.
What are these called? The Evening Patriot.
The Evening Patriot.
That's such a good
makes
name
those?
for a boot.
Lou Casey makes those. That's part of the official Lou Casey Parker
I don't
McCollum
know
collaboration.
These things, my hip. I guess we gotta.
Maybe
Oh,
just
this
get a
isn't going to
bone.
go well.
Maybe go center
He's
stage.
riding a horse.
Yeah.
This is light ranching. Look at
Whoa, yeah.
Oh yeah.
The roses.
The roses on there.
Oh yeah.
I took my time on
Yes,
those.
it's Tom.
This is Evening Patriot. You hand sewed these, right? Is what you
I
told me.
sure did, Pat. Sure did.
Thank you for these.
Good for you.
This
Steady hands.
morning before I come in.
Wow.
So getting cowboy boots, that is like whenever athletes get shoe deals for country musicians.
Big deal.
Okay, so you move these. We move these Evening Patriots.
They're completely sold out.
So we did.
yeah.
we did.
So we
They
moved.
moved.
Yeah.
They moved.
How long you been doing the music?
I really probably when I was 20, 21, I started to kind of get shows like empty bars and stuff in Austin. I would say that's like when I consider my actual start. I would play at the Saxon Pub on Sunday night at midnight in South Austin. That was like my.
So you would watch shitty Houston Texans teams, and you would be just singing your ass off out on the ranch? Because didn't you do like actual ranching?
I did. My family's got two big ranches, and then my dad owned one west of San Antonio. So I don't get to do it as much now. I don't really do much of anything but tour and work.
But what does that mean, light ranch? We're like painting a fence. Like I'm watching Outer Range right now.
I mean,
So-
I mean, I guess it could be anything.
Hanging wire, barbed wire.
Say it again.
Hanging barbed wire.
Hanging barbed wire.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
fencing.
Yeah, on the fence.
Yeah, fancy.
Yeah, I did that a lot. When I was a kid, I did it
This
a
is
lot.
what I was talking about with that passive aggressive shit. We're gonna ask some dumb questions.
Yeah.
Okay, we're from Pittsburgh. We're trying.
We didn't grow up in Texas, asshole.
Okay, that guy's from Boston. We're from Pittsburgh.
Oh,
He's
shit.
from
I'm sorry.
Atlanta.
I could have been a different question. It could have been referring to maybe it's an Indiana thing.
Well,
But no, it's when I was my granddad ran a huge cattle operation, big quarter horse breeding operation, long before I was even born. So I used to in the summer times, me and my brother and all my cousins worked for him, and it was great, man.
So you'd be out there with the hay, and you'd be in that empty barn as the sun was setting.
Yep.
And you would just start singing in there, and it would start echoing. And
We always had guitars. We were like, we'd work all day, and then he would go to bed, and we'd sit on the porch. And I mean, it sounds like cliche or like a movie or something, but we really did. I mean, my older brother was into like old school, like really, really gritty songwriters like Steve Earle and Rodney Crowell and all these old school guys. And I was like 10 when he was 16, so I was like, my brother it was just whatever my big brother wanted to do. Had he been ice skating, I would probably be ice skating.
you would have been a good ice skater, I think.
I don't think so.
You got those tiny little baby legs, so you'd have been able to fit in it.
Dude,
in ice
it's
skates.
good proportion.
He's got a good jumper.
I mean, I don't know about that. Let's slow down. When did the George Strait come in? Because you named all those guys, but like when did George Strait?
I mean, he
become
was
one of
all
those?
like my mom used to watch him when she was in college at Southwest Texas State, which is now Texas State in San Marcos, Texas. So like,
of course.
So
in our house, it was
so
like
Bobcats.
God and George Strait. My mom loved George Strait. So like the earliest song I can remember, like remembering, one of them is "Amarillo by Morning," which is probably his biggest song of all of his entire career.
Tell me about George Strait. George Strait is Texas country. He's the face of Texas country.
Nah, he's the face of country music. He's king of country, dude. I mean,
All
he's-
of country forever.
Elvis is the king of rock and roll. Michael Jackson's the king of pop. George Strait's the king of country music.
Okay, and he's from Texas, so that's a big pride
From
thing. I
Poteet,
assume.
Texas, man.
So whenever you meet him, you act like a weirdo, or you're
No, he's super, dude. He is so laid back and so quiet and just a gentleman. I mean, in every sense of the word, like he is a G. I mean, I talked to him after the Kyle Field show and hopped up on his bus for a little bit, and he was really kind, dude. Just
you guys
quiet.
smoking weed on there, drinking beers.
Couple beers.
George Strait
don't-
bonging beers on
I
the
don't
bus.
think I don't know no beer bong for old George.
not?
No, he's just I don't know, man. I mean, he's the king, dude.
You guys sing similar music? Is that why? Like, what are his thoughts on you? Like, what are he? I assume a compliment from George Strait's a big deal. Like, I got to work with Adam Vinatieri when I was with the Colts, and like when Vinny says like something, Shane Leckler was punting for the Houston Texans. He came up to me in like warm-ups one of the games against the Texans, and was like, he like basically said that I'm a guy, and it was like that was a big deal.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, Shane Leckler just said that he is the guy. So him saying that was a big deal to me. I assume George Strait gave you blessings, or having you on the show was that?
He did,
Or-
yeah. After the show, he was just like, "Man, you know, couldn't have done this without you. You had a lot of fans out there tonight. We had one of our biggest merch nights ever. But like, that's kind of how they gauge it. Like, you know, if your fans are there, they're gonna buy your merch, and we did.
I love your merch.
We did incredible. Thank you, man.
We tried to buy your merch down there in Alabama.
Yeah, sold out.
Yeah,
Sold out.
couldn't
What do
do
you
it.
want from
Do you
us?
remember that show
I don't
down
think
there?
y'all don't think y'all were there long enough.
What are you
to,
talking
to buy
No,
merch.
that's not true.
What's this guy's deal?
You were giving bad information then.
How come everybody?
That's probably true.
Kenny said the same thing.
Yeah.
I heard you weren't there long. He's like, what? I saw you do your thing.
Yeah, a little different story.
How
I'm the
much did
king
we
of
see?
going home though, dude. So I have no.
How much-
Nobody loves to sneak
Yeah.
out.
No,
and leave
no,
without
hey,
it.
Didn't we
Yeah.
see?
I mean, we saw 8 different breakups. That's how long we were there for.
Yeah, your crowds are awesome.
Thank you. They're great, man.
We had no
Best
idea what
fans
to
in the world.
expect.
No.
We had no idea what to expect.
Yeah, I said this the other day. Like, I'd listened to your music, obviously, with you and Pat being friends. And when we went there, I was like, oh, there's going to be probably, 1,000, 1,500 people there. And then we went up side stage, and there were like 25,000 people out there. I was like, holy shit, this guy's got the juice big time.
They're all entranced with you, too. I've never seen an entire crowd more,
Every
every word alongside of you. And I assume that's because
Blessed.
you've been on the road for a long
boot
time?
kick.
I've been doing it a long time, man. Almost next year will be my first album was called The Limestone Kid, and next February is
Good
its
name.
10-year
Great.
anniversary.
Yeah.
10-year anniversary. And you've been on the road this entire time. You're like a big touring
I
guy.
put that record out, won this like songwriter competition, the Larry Joe Taylor songwriter competition.
yeah.
in
Hell yeah.
Stephenville,
They're not
Texas.
handing out the LJT award.
No.
And I won that, and then 95.9 The Ranch, which is a great radio station in Fort Worth, Texas, started playing the single off of that record, which is called Meet You in the Middle, which we still play. It was my first one to ever pop, and I've been doing it ever since.
Fort
Touring
Worth,
ever
Texas,
since.
too. I mean, Stockyards.
Stockyards are great.
Y'all know Stockyards?
Yeah, we used to get down in the stockyards, man.
Oh, you? You should see us.
Man.
That's where I got my first pair of Lucchese's.
Hey, man.
There
Down
we
there.
go.
Yeah, see that?
Was it
I'm-
Jesse James or Jimmy James?
John James.
Yeah.
Jamie Johnson.
No, the guy that sold me the
No.
boots.
No.
Got some crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever it was, right on his thing. He had the most cowboy name of all time. I assume it was a stage name. There's
Probably.
no way.
I
There's no
hope.
way his name was like John Jesse James, which is what he said to me. Like, he looked at me and said, here's a mark. Let me go ahead and get this guy. See that belt buckle? I sell Millie these things. I know more than everybody. And then he gave me some, what's that crocodile?
Cayman?
Cayman.
Cayman, yeah. Gave me some caimans. And then I got some snake skins down there. And then now I got the boom!
What?
Evening Patriot,
Yeah.
Parker McCollums.
They're stout. Those are loud.
These ones?
They're sweet.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see the side with the roses and shit. That is so sweet.
Well, this is how I'm supposed to wear them, right? This is what I'm supposed to wear them?
No, sir.
Halfway up.
A little bit like this?
Like Capri.
You want your jean to sit on your boot, not hug it.
Zito just told me that these boots are $3,000.
Those are the highest end ones. I was very, dude. I was
many
when me
pairs
and
did
Luke
you-
Casey started doing this deal. I was very adamant.
How many
I was
pairs
like,
did you bring?
Take
today?
those things off and wipe it down with a diaper.
Dude,
That's the only
Put 'em
pair.
back in a case.
One?
Dude, I was really adamant when I was doing the deal with Luke Casey and we were sitting down like trying to kind of map out the collaboration. I was very adamant. I was like, look, my fans, a lot of my fans are very hardworking blue collar people. They may save up their money for a whole month to come see your show. I was like, a lot of these people aren't going to buy $3,000 boots, but Luke Casey's very high end, so they like their price point to be high, which I like that too. But I was like, we have to have an entry level boot. So I named one of the boots after my dog Ruger, my chocolate lab, and it's the entry level boot. It's like $500 or $600.
Okay, sweet. And that's what leather's that there, just so I know.
That's just your typical
Cow.
brown
good
Luke
boot.
Casey leather, baby.
What is that, cow, though, that I'm wearing, walking around when I'm wearing the entry-level Ruger boot?
I believe so.
What is this here?
That's Cayman.
Oh, this,
Suede.
oh,
That's
died in its
suede.
sleep.
Yeah.
This crocodile died in its sleep, had a long, fulfilling life, died
He was
in its
old.
sleep.
Yeah.
He was old, yeah.
They talk about
Died
this.
of natural causes.
They don't
Bingo.
even know.
Had a great life.
Yeah.
The medulla oblongata
Yep, exactly.
got a little bit
Yep.
affected.
Can't even measure
And
age.